Hi, I'm Laurece West from LaureceWestStudios.com. I'm a voice and performance coach. I offer elite training for professional singing and speaking. And today we're continuing our series on how to release limiting beliefs, doubt, fear, worry, and let's throw anger in there too. All of these are limiting you from operating at peak performance for your presentations, your interviews, and your singing performances. And these are, releasing this is all the area of unstoppable mindset, which is really essential for career acceleration, for career satisfaction, and creating a $20 million voice. So today I've invited expert Toni Stevens to be with us and share some of her information with you about how she releases limiting beliefs, doubt, fear, worry, and all that other stuff. Toni, hi, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Laurece. I love that phrase you coined, unstoppable mindset.
Thank you.
That speaks right to mind-body medicine. I'm a mind-body medicine practitioner. I've been working in this field since the late 80s, early 90s, picked up quite a few tools, and I just love sharing them with others.
So tell us about overall the tools that you do and how they help people release these challenging things.
I'd love to. That's a great, thank you for asking. I use a lot of different tools, but there are three in particular that I use a lot because they are so effective at rewiring the brain so that we can be our fabulous, successful selves no matter what we're doing, whether we're in relationship, doing interviews, performing, giving presentations. The first one is called the body talk system. It's particularly good in working with rewiring the brain around post-traumatic stress, negative experiences, such as death of a loved one, animal or person, past failures, whether we were 6 years old or whether it was recent loss of a job, loss of a relationship.
Yeah.
All of those are big stressors on the mind and the body. Family constellations is another tool I use a lot, along with guided visualization. Both of those are very powerful in understanding that many times we have taken on unspoken messages from our mentors, our coaches, our parents, our grandparents, our family line. That's why it's called family constellation. And many of those negative messages were never given to us verbally, but we kind of brought them in by osmosis, a term that you've used in the past.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And how does that get expressed when we have these limiting beliefs? How is that picked up by others?
Well, the interesting thing about it is it's not what we're saying. It's not what we're singing. 80% of what most people make decisions on are nonverbal messages. So our posture, do we look relaxed? Are we collapsed and you can tell that we have low self-esteem? Are we happy to be here and we're open to being connected to the people that we're talking to? Also our tone of voice or how quickly we speak. Also our the way we use our hands. The way we walk, actually, when we get out of the car and we're walking across the parking lot to our meeting, all of that informs the person watching as to who we are, how we feel. Would we be a good candidate for them to look further into?
So you're saying that the way we're thinking about ourselves, even if it's unconscious, is coming out in our body language.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And some of the tools that we use, some of the tools I like to teach people how to use for themselves, address that very thing.
Good. So Toni is going to be coming back in this series to go in depth into several of these tools that she uses so that you can actually apply this. Tell us about one of the future videos that we're going to do.
I'd love to. Thanks for asking again. It's called Who's in Charge? And what we discover in Who's in Charge is the earliest age at which a negative belief system was formed. And then we solve that issue, that negative belief system, and turn it around, working with that period of time so that that's been taken care of. And we no longer drag that past experience into our present So in the present, we can be our true, empowered, fabulous selves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So stay tuned, and until next time, sing and speak with your heart. Take good care.